Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun, is easily recognized by its reddish color, as if it were coated in a layer of rust. Despite its desert-like and seemingly inhospitable appearance, this cold world hides many fascinating secrets. It's accompanied by two very peculiar moons, Phobos and Deimos, small celestial bodies that look more like captured asteroids than traditional moons. And even though Mars is millions of kilometers away from Earth, it's actually the planet we know the most about, after our own. That's because Mars has been the target of countless space missions. Several robotic explorers have examined its surface, analyzed its atmosphere, and sent back stunning images of its landscapes. We can confidently say that, after Earth, Mars is the most thoroughly documented planet in our solar system, both scientifically and visually. And in today's video, we'll take you on a unique experience. What day and night are really like on Mars, with actual footage and even audio recorded directly from the Martian surface. If you're passionate about the universe and want to keep exploring space mysteries with us, consider subscribing to this channel. It all began on July 30th, 2020, when NASA launched one of its most ambitious missions to date, the Perseverance rover. It lifted off from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida aboard an Atlas V rocket, heading for the Red Planet with a small experimental helicopter named Ingenuity in tow. The interplanetary journey went as planned, and after 6.5 months traveling through deep space, Perseverance arrived on Mars on February 18, 2021. The landing moment was tense. Engineers refer to this phase as the 7 minutes of terror, and for good reason. During this short window, the rover has to enter Mars's thin atmosphere, discard its heat shield, and deploy a massive parachute, the largest ever used on Mars, to slow down. Then, a sky crane system kicks in, hovering above the surface and gently lowering the rover onto the Martian ground. It's an incredibly precise operation, full of risks, but it worked. Perseverance successfully landed in Jezero Crater, ready to begin its scientific mission. This crater, about 28 miles wide, wasn't chosen by chance. It's an ancient lakebed that, in the distant past, may have hosted microbial life. Scientists believe water flowed through the area at least twice, forming a fossilized river delta. Images taken by Mars orbiters like the MRO have also revealed minerals in the region that were chemically altered by water, a strong sign that the environment was once favorable for life. And that's exactly where the core mission of Perseverance comes in, searching for signs of ancient life on Mars. If microorganisms ever existed there, this crater is where we're most likely to find traces. The rover collects soil and rock samples, seals them in small tubes, and stores them for a future mission that will bring them back to Earth for detailed analysis. But the Perseverance mission goes beyond just searching for life. It's also testing technologies that could be critical if humans ever set foot on Mars. And in the meantime, it keeps gifting us with incredible images, breathtaking videos, and surprisingly, even audio recordings made directly on the Red Planet. That's what we'll explore now. These sensory experiences that connect us to an alien world. One of the most impressive scenes captured by Perseverance happened on July 20th, 2021. Using one of its navigation cameras, the rover recorded dust devils swirling across Jezero Crater. These events, called dust devils, are common on Mars and resemble mini tornadoes formed by uneven heating of the ground. The video was digitally enhanced to bring out more detail, and while some colors were adjusted for clarity, what we see is a real representation of a Martian atmospheric phenomenon. And it doesn't stop there. Perseverance doesn't just give us moving pictures. It can also capture sound. Yes, we've actually heard Mars for the first time. Thanks to a special microphone installed on the rover. The sound is strange, muffled, and often interrupted by gusts of wind and subtle crackling noises. That's because Mars has a much thinner atmosphere than Earth, which changes how sound travels. Even so, hearing the wind on Mars is nothing short of historic. Another beautiful moment came on November 9th, 2021, when the Mastcom-Z camera system recorded a Martian sunset. Unlike what we're used to on Earth, where sunsets paint the sky in warm orange tones, Mars offers something entirely different. There, the sunset appears bluish. That's because the planet's atmosphere is filled with fine dust that scatters light in a unique way. Blue light can travel more easily through it, creating this unexpected and stunning visual effect. Meanwhile, another robot, the Curiosity rover, is also contributing to the collection of amazing imagery. On November 8th, 2023, it captured 2 time-lapse videos made of 25 frames each, showing a 12-hour span during a Martian day. These images were taken just before a phenomenon known as solar conjunction, when the sun aligns directly between Earth and Mars, temporarily cutting off communication between the two planets. During this period, NASA halts command transmissions to its Martian probes to avoid interference from solar plasma in radio signals. Still, the rovers remain active, automatically sending system reports back to Earth. It's worth noting that Perseverance carries out most of its tasks during the day. That's because it relies on sunlight not only to capture images and move around safely using autonomous navigation, but also to make the most of its energy system. At night, temperatures drop drastically, and the rover needs to use extra energy to heat its equipment and keep everything running. Even so, nighttime work doesn't stop entirely. Want an example? On February 20th, 2021, just days after landing, Perseverance took a panoramic image using its navigation cameras, called navcams. This panorama was assembled from 6 separate photos taken on the Martian surface and later transmitted to Earth. The result was a wide, detailed view of the landscape around the rover, showing the surrounding terrain with remarkable clarity. But perhaps one of the most intriguing scenes captured by Perseverance came on January 12, 2022. That day, the rover aimed its Mastcam Z camera at the sky and recorded Mars's moon Phobos, one of its 2 small moons. The goal wasn't just to observe the natural satellite, but also to measure how much dust was in the atmosphere during the night. This data would then be compared to measurements taken during the daytime with the sun, helping scientists analyze how the Martian atmosphere behaves at different times of day. Each of these images, videos, and sounds is more than just a visual record. They tell a story about what it's like to live on another world, even if only through the eyes and ears of our machines. And they help answer some of the most important questions about Mars's history, its climate, geology, and most of all, the possibility that it once hosted some form of life long ago. One of the central goals of all Mars missions, including the work done by Perseverance, is astrobiology. That means searching for signs of life, especially ancient microbial life, in places where water once existed. At the same time, scientists study the planet's geology, trying to understand what its climate was like in the past and mapping the changes that occurred over billions of years. But this mission goes even further. For the first time, a rover is collecting and storing samples of Martian rocks and regolith, the loose dust and fragments covering the surface, with a clear objective, bringing them back to Earth on a future mission. This will be a crucial step that will allow us to examine these materials in our most advanced labs using far more powerful equipment than anything we could send to space. The chance of finding solid evidence of ancient life may be hiding inside these tiny sealed tubes now stored inside Perseverance and scattered on the Martian surface. In addition, Perseverance plays a key role in NASA's Moon to Mars strategy. This long-term plan includes the Artemis missions, which aim to return humans to the moon in the coming decades. The goal is to use the moon as a testing ground, a crucial step before attempting a manned mission to the Red Planet. Everything we learn there will help lay the foundation for exploring Mars safely and effectively. It's also important to highlight that the Ingenuity helicopter, which traveled alongside Perseverance, was the first human-made object to achieve powered flight on another planet. This historic achievement opened the door for future aerial missions on Mars and proved that drones can be used to reach areas that wheeled rovers simply can't explore. With each successful flight, Ingenuity teaches us more about the limits of human technology in extreme environments. And all of this is being recorded. High-resolution images, moving video, vast desert landscapes, and surprisingly, even the sound of wind sweeping across the Martian plains. Every bit of data, every capture, represents one more step toward understanding this mysterious planet. Mars may seem like a frozen, silent desert, but it speaks to us. In every grain of dust moved by the wind, in every blue sunset that paints the distant hills, in every ancient rock that holds secrets of a watery past, what was once science fiction is now within reach, thanks to science, engineering, and the curiosity that drives us to go further. If you enjoyed this content and feel the same fascination for exploring the universe, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel keep bringing more videos like this one. And if you know someone who also loves astronomy and everything related to space, share this video with them. Oh, and if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, now's the perfect time. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and until our next journey through space.